Okay, so apparently I'm dumb and I deleted the whole first part of this video. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to go through the sales that I had for the first portion of this video, and then we'll move on to the second portion, which will be normal, which will be me pulling orders. You'll see everything. But for now, alright, so first thing I sold right here is this little Yoda figure from 1990. Nothing special. Sold it for $6 plus shipping. Next was this big old soup spoon that I sold. It's Gorham Tristan 2 is the pattern. It's a serving ladle spoon, whatever. It sold for $12 plus shipping on sale. You guys will notice that I run a ton of sales. Like I have a 70% off sale going right now on stuff that's 200 days or older in my store. I gotta get rid of stuff, man. I don't like holding on to stuff. Next was this pair of Cool Pants. Cool Pants are still good, not as good as they used to be. The sell-through rate has dropped a little bit, but they do still sell. Those sold for $31.99 plus shipping. Next was this really cool Canon SureShot Multi-Tele. It's a small little film camera. You'll see its old comp up here. Sold that for $65 plus shipping. So if you're not looking out for little cameras like that, definitely, if you see one, look it up, because you never know. You can find a tiny little camera that looks like crap, and it'll be worth $200. You just never know. So be on the lookout for little cameras. Next, Polo Ralph Lauren, basic yellow not t-shirt, but basic yellow button-up, $11.99 plus shipping. This is a Nike LA Dodgers t-shirt, basic t-shirt, sold for $15 free shipping. That was not my best buy, and this is definitely not my best buy. I bought this for $50. The CD player didn't work. I sold it, and the CD player didn't work. And they sent it back, and they were right. The CD player did not work. So I sold it for $50 plus shipping. So I probably ended up losing a little money on that one, but it's out of here. It's fine. It's out of my life. Okay, so that's all the sales that I deleted from the first part of this video. Now we'll move to the second part, and you'll see, me pull orders, whatever. Okay, it is now Thursday, and we have more orders to pull. And I promised y'all I would show y'all some cool stuff, so let me do that real quick. Yeah, so I found some really cool stuff at that garage sale on Sunday, so let me show y'all a few things real quick. This is just a few of the items, too. I picked up a whole bunch of stuff. It's just like the best. First of all, I got not one, but two vintage Coach purses. And yes, they're real. They feel amazing, like amazing quality. I see why people want these. I'm going to list both of these for $150 and probably take offers. And then I got these really cool Vietnam era. Two of them are bowling shirts. One of them is like a soccer jersey type thing. I got three of these. And these, if you don't know about like Vietnam era stuff especially, like stuff like this, it's like custom embroidered and all that, does really, really good. So yeah, those are really good. And then I found a couple cameras too. This one is sold already too. I gotta pack it up here in a second. But at the other one I sold, I'll put a sold comp up. Yeah, the other one that I sold, I'll put up right here. It was the Canon SureShot Multi-Tele camera, which is a great camera to look out for. And I also picked up a few other cameras from that sale, including a Pentax K1000. If you're unsure about those, definitely look those up. And there was a whole bag of other cameras, like cheaper cameras. Anyway, we got to get stuff pulled and packed because I'm running behind, per usual. Alright, so from Tuesday, whenever I pulled orders in the afternoon, until now, Thursday afternoon, we had 13 orders for $384, which is pretty good for me, being part-time like I am. 13 things going out in 2 days, that's pretty good. So let's get to pulling. First thing I got off of Dibdid, again. It is this vintage 70s Bruce Jenner designer sport coat. I don't know. I just looked it up. Saw it was worth selling, so I sold it for $29.99 free shipping. I'm honestly surprised that I still have this. Alright, next thing, stupid little cheap thing, a lot of Beyblade stuff. That sold for $6 plus shipping.
Nothing to talk about there. Alright, next thing. Very cool. Alright, so whenever I found this, I didn't think it was anything. Actually, it sat in my trunk for a little while. I got it from a garage sale I go to pretty regularly, and they got like stupid deals on clothes and everything else, really, too. This is actually a Swiss Army, like the actual Swiss Army, not the Swiss Army knives. This is actually like a Swiss Army shirt jacket type thing. It's very cool. I didn't know anything about it until I took a picture of it and Google Lensed it, and it showed up like that, and it sold for $39.99 plus shipping. I paid like 50 cents at the most for this, so that was a good one. Next item is another item that I sourced off of Dibdit. I paid $5 for this. It is a vintage dog fashion disco, which is apparently a band. Never heard of it. There's the back. Yeah, vintage band t-shirts, like really obscure, weird band t-shirts, usually do pretty good. And that one sold for $31 free shipping. You guys can't see it, but there's just a mountain of clothes over here ready to fall. Alright, yep, this is it. A 2XL Polo Ralph Lauren, nice plaid. That one actually sold for full asking price of $24.99 free shipping. This one I believe I got off Dibdid for like $3. Alright, this item, where did I put it? Had to dig a little bit to find this one. This I got at that same sale where I get the bulk clothing, stuff like that. It's a vintage Mary Frances purse. Never heard of it before, but I looked it up and it was worth selling, so I sold it for $38 plus shipping. Buyers all in $51. Alright, next item. Crappy item, whatever. $6 plus shipping for these kids' Keen sandals. Buyer was all in $19, so apparently my shipping was off on that one. Oh, next item. I got this off of Dibdid for $3. Have no idea what it really is. I mean, obviously it's a doll. Nah, surprise. Whatever that means. The only reason it sold is because it's new. $39.99 plus shipping. Yeah, that shouldn't be too hard to ship. Alright, next, another low dollar item. Lots of low dollar items getting out of here, but that's okay. At least they're getting out of here. Picked this up at a thrift store for probably $1. Some Oshkosh, not vintage. The vintage Oshkosh kids, like overalls and stuff, do really good. These weren't vintage, but they sold for $11.99 plus shipping. Next sale is that camera I was telling you about. This is a Canon SureShot 70 zoom. And I did battery test all these cameras, so they do work. That one sold for $30 plus shipping. So if you're not looking at little cameras like that, you need to be, because they can be some big money. Next, Kavu bag. These do not sell for a lot for me. I know some people can sell them good. I can't, apparently. This one sold for $8 plus shipping. Okay, this is a decent brand. I picked this up at a garage sale for like $3, $4. It's not that great, but it's Raptor C. It's a cowboy, like, rugged brand. This vest sold for $21.59 free shipping, so actually not that good at all. And the last item was this cool little San Francisco like destination dad hat. I've had this forever. Would not buy this now, but I did, and I sold it for $5.11 plus shipping. Okay, that's all the sales that we have had for the past, I don't know, probably almost a week. But I know these videos are jumbled sometimes, but that's just how my life is. It's just jumbled. I've been dealing with, let me tell you all this. This is a funny story. I thought my daughter was going to fall off the couch, right? So I dove out of my chair. To try to make sure she didn't fall off the couch. Well, in the process of doing that, I slammed my chest right here at my ribs. Like right here. Slammed that into the corner of the couch. And ever since then, my chest is hurt, and now I'm struggling to breathe a little bit more than usual, which I don't know if that's the allergies because of the season or if that's something to do with that. But yeah, been dealing with that. And work schedule change and all kind of stuff. But yeah, found some really cool stuff this past weekend at garage sales. Those 2 vintage Coach bags are just awesome. those jerseys, bowling shirts, whatever they are. They're really cool, and they're hopefully going to sell for a lot of money. But that's all I have for now. Of course, I'll see y'all next time I pull orders, and yeah. If you enjoyed this, just like it, subscribe, whatever. I don't care. Bye.